Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Your key to the week this week is the Sun card, right? So I am pretty sure that for all of you, in many ways, this is a very welcome relief after the week that you've just had. Last week it was a little bit intense, but you know the thing that I love most about Taurians, and this is one of the reasons I love reading you guys, your guys' comments, is because you always kind of say, yeah, you know what, crap week, this has happened, but you know what, thanks for the heads up, Raph. And then when it's good, you're like, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. I really like that easygoing nature of the Taurus. I really do. And I always tell that story about the Uranus moving into Taurus just made me really understand you guys, and I genuinely believe that. And so now we kind of have this really nice working rapport, right? You have the Sun card, light, heat, blessings, joy, and also happy surprises. This is the other thing that we don't really talk about a lot with the Sun card. It tends to illuminate something that we either haven't seen, or it presents us with something that brings us a massive amount of joy. Now, sometimes it will bring blessings. Sometimes it's just kind of like the universe kind of going, you know what, I'm going to open the curtain and you can just go through. It's like a little bit of an easier week where we just kind of sneak through. It's not always going to be that the best thing is going to rain from the sky for you, but very often it does bring something that is a blessing, no doubt. For those of you that are trying, and for those of you that aren't, this is a very fertile energy. So my advice to you would literally be make sure this week you are conscious about how you couple. All right, with that said, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you've got the Knight of Cups. So there's two ways that this could show up, right? In terms of your options, this does suggest that this week an offer could be put in your path that is kind of like, wow, this is amazing. It might be a moment where you kind of feel like, okay, this is too good to be true. I don't actually think that's the case. I think this is one of those rare times you've got the Sun card with this, where you are offered something and it's kind of like, you know what, although this seems like it's too good to be true, I'm jumping in, I'm going for it. Another way this could show up as well, remember your actions and options, this is about what you do. And for you, the Knight of Cups suggests that you are making an offer. So if you've got an offer, a proposal, something that you're trying to put forward, something that you're trying to get off the ground, and it revolves around a partnership or asking someone for something, this is a great week, right? Like your offer, your request is accepted. So I am totally here for this for you guys. It looks like a really great week in that regard. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Temperance card. So this is beautiful. Communication takes on an easy, harmonious, and balanced kind of approach. So you will find that everything that you do this week, providing you stay in that energy of this is good for me and it's good for you, your mindset this week needs to be geared towards and focused, and your communication, especially if you're trying to make a request, demonstrate how this is good for you and the other party involved, and this week you will strike gold. Do you have your winter solstice seat? If not, why not? You need to get it, right? You can get yours on the link in the description box below every year on the 21st of December at 7 p.m. UK time. I say every year, it's been every year for the last, this is going to be the 5th year, I can't believe it. Me and my guest, my wonderful guest, Denise Matthew, you guys know her, you've seen her, we've done lots of videos together. We will be putting on a bonanza of information. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be tap into the magic of the solstice itself. A good way to set your intentions, right? If you want to get those New Year's resolutions on point, you do it at this moment, not on the 1st of January, right? So with that said, if you want to get your seat, you can do so on the link in the description box below. It would be lovely to have you. Tickets are £33.33, and it's been the same price every year for the last 5 years. I want to keep this accessible to as many people as possible, and I really love holding this event because for me it's kind of like really getting together with all of my people. I love the way that everybody forms like a mini community in the chat, so it's great. With that said, your Temperance card, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, This could actually be a week where your subject material provides or creates some sort of healing for you. So maybe through something that you're studying at this moment in time, you might realize how this can be applied to your own life at this moment in time. And it gives you a different or a broader sense of perspective that allows some kind of healing or internal shift to take place. This could be really, really wonderful for those of you that are employed by somebody else. This week, I wouldn't be surprised if you're mending a rift with a colleague or a boss or a co-worker. You know, the holiday spirit tends to get into everybody, even the most Scroogiest of McScrooges. For those of you, as well, another way that this could show up for you, this could be where you finally feel like you're getting your mojo back in regards to your work. Same thing for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, you might feel like, you know what, I've got my energy back. This might be a time where you're feeling a lot more buoyant. It may also be a time where you start to understand where your health, your physical health and vitality intersect with your business. If you are not healthy, your business will not be healthy. Trust me, I can assure you on that, right? From personal experience and from the thousands of readings that I've done at this point. I'm giving you a good little tidbit of info there, right? So use it to your advantage. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could literally be an invite to go and see somebody that maybe you've been at odds with. And maybe for you, you are healing a family rift. Maybe you're healing a friendship rift. It's like whatever's taking place at the moment, you have this understanding that, wow, you know what? Yes, time has passed. Yes, we've had, you know, our ups and downs, but actually we are solid, right? There's coming out the other end of something here. And I feel like it's going to be really cathartic and very healing for a lot of you. For your love and relations, you've got the World card underneath the Knight of Cups, darling. Okay, so for those of you that are single and looking and open to love, this tells me that this week you could be connecting with somebody. If you are, they're likely to be older than you, or it's potential that you could be older than them. But the thing with the World card, it tends to represent persons that are either older or wiser. So maybe this person is younger than you, or they're the same age, but they're very wise or very well established in the ways of the world. Another way that this could show up for you, this could be some kind of conversation or remedial action taken when it comes to your relationship sector. So you could be having a conversation with someone and maybe something slips out and you're like, oh my gosh, I think like that about relationships? Ugh, got to get rid of that right now, right? So, and it's like you're cutting that out, whatever it is, this outlook, and you're kind of opening up to what best relationship you could have. It wouldn't surprise me if there is an offer or a declaration this week. It could be something really small, like, you know what, would you fancy going for coffee? And it develops from there. And the thing with the World card, whatever happens with the World card, it's something that's built to last. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is beautiful. This is optimism, fun, love, it's joy, it's a smoothing over of your path. It's you and your significant other getting back to a more even keel. If you've already been on that space and everything's good between you, this suggests that your partner could be having an elevation through their work in some way, shape or form, which is bringing that good. All right. For your money and materials, you have the 8 of Swords. The only thing that seems to be a little bit of a challenge this week is, so the 8 of Swords represents a binding commitment. And so because you've got this in your money and materials, the only thing that I want to say to you is, I don't see any money problems, but I do see you potentially tying yourself to something financially that is going to go on for longer than you realize. So I would be mindful of this. This is probably not the best week to get into a big financial commitment that's going to have a lot of sort of implications for later on. All right. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your upper extremities, your arms, hands, fingers, wrists, etc. I don't see any problems here, but what I do see is for some of you, it looks like you're taking up a stretching program. So this could be yoga. It could be, you know, you have those programs where they teach you how to do a handstand in 21 days, etc. Or, you know, there's a guy, I think, that every year, actually, it's always around this time, he comes out with this video saying, like, you can do the splits, man. I'm like, yeah, sure, if you take me to A&E straight after. Right, so it could be that you're starting some sort of, and it will be something to do with stretching, moving your body, you know, and really getting into that. And I actually think this would be very good for those of you, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but very good for those of you that have like stuff with like a stiff upper back, or, you know, gammy shoulders or wrists and stuff like that. Okay, for your home and environment, it looks like the Taurians are hunkering down, right? So for some of you, like I said, there's potentially that you are, I mean, for some of you, could be traveling for the holidays. That's probably a lot of you. And if that is the case, you'll be going somewhere warm. So jealous. Another way that this could show up, though, is for a lot of you, by the end of this week, it could be like, right, we down tools, and this is where the holiday period starts for us. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Get your seat to the winter solstice. I would love to see you there. Take care, and I'll see you soon.